Hello students, welcome to the first lecture of your fifth semester. Before starting with our first topic, I am going to give a brief overview of the syllabus that we are going to cover. In this semester, we will study economics of development. This course is going to be of 100 marks in total. As you know from your previous semesters, out of 100, 25 marks are devoted to internal assessment and 75 marks are accounted for by external assessment. There is no need to go into the details of internal assessment and its components as you have already completed 4 semesters. The whole syllabus is divided into two sections, Section A and Section B. The topics of Section A are shown on the screen. In the first 4 topics of Section A, namely economic growth and development, main features of an underdeveloped economy, determinants of economic development, and capital formation, we will try to understand the meaning of economic growth and development and how development economics helps us to examine and explain it. We will also try to understand inter-country differences in the levels of economic development. Along with it, we will also focus on understanding underdevelopment, what makes underdevelopment persist, and how underdevelopment can be transformed into development. Rest of the section A includes 8 theories of development by Nurse, Lewis, Classicals, Marx, Schumpeter, Harold Domer, Neoclassicals, and Calder. Not only Section A, Section B also covers theories of growth and development that have evolved over time from classicals to neoclassicals, modern growth theorists, and afterwards. These theories are with regard to causes or consequences of economic growth and development or the lack thereof. The theories in both the sections will facilitate an understanding on how different economic institutions and markets behaved in underdeveloped countries. These will also explain economic mechanisms that reproduce and reinforce poverty and what needs to be done to break out the poverty traps in order to move on the path of development. The theories of development form the foundation of various economic development issues and policy recommendations that we observe in the contemporary world. We will see what each theory says about factors that determine the pace of economic growth. We will end Section A with Amartya Sen's views on defining and measuring poverty. This topic will be helpful in understanding the meaning of poverty as well as interaction of poverty and economic development. As observed earlier, Section B also deals with theories of economic growth and development. There are 5 theories in this section, namely balanced and unbalanced growth theory, Levenshtein's critical minimum effort thesis, theory of big push, and Rostow's stages of growth. These theories focus basically on strategies for economic development. Theories in section A were mainly concerned with explaining the causes of underdevelopment and factors causing economic development. But theories in section B also focus on providing strategic solutions to the question of development. For example, we will discuss balanced growth theory, which recommends balanced development of all the major sectors at one go. In contrast to this, unbalanced growth theory suggests focusing investment upon few important sectors first. Last topic in section B relates to the theory of planning in developing countries. We will discuss why there is a need for planning, what are various strategies to do planning, What are main objectives of planning in developing countries, besides various other things related to the issue of planning. We will end our discussion on theory of planning with a short discussion on investment criteria and choice of technique, wherein our basic objective will be to understand how to decide appropriate labor or capital intensity of the methods of production, that is, the choice among alternative techniques of production. Also, there will be a discussion on export promotion and import substitution strategy. This strategy is critical for developing countries in order to become self-reliant and increase the pace of development. For this course, the university has listed some recommended readings as well as supplementary readings in the syllabus. These are shown on the screen. You may go for any book of your choice out of the recommended ones. That's all for this video. Thank you.